Hello, what is up everybody, RL57 Toys Review here, back with yet another Hot Wheels video, and in today's video we will be checking out this new box where it contains 10 interestingly awesome cars in it. So as you can see, basically this is a Mattel box, so you can clearly tell that this is a Hot Wheels, either a car culture pack or maybe a Hot Wheels premium pack. I'm not gonna tell it now, but maybe you've seen it from the thumbnail by now. So Hot Wheels cars 956C, as you can clearly tell, and contains 10 pieces. So other than that, here is the whole box if you want to know. Yeah, quite a small sized box, but yeah, you can clearly know why it is this small. But then like it says, it has 10 pieces, and basically it's more to a small box, so you can already know that this is not any regular mainline case or maybe car culture case. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this one up. So we shall open this one up. So you rarely see me open cases like this because, yeah, you can already tell why I bought this whole case. Yes, you can clearly tell why. This is the Mix 3 of 2023 Hot Wheels Fast and Furious Premium Entertainment line. This is not the car culture lineup. As you can clearly tell, this is the Hot Wheels Premium lineup, where it consists of 10 different cars, unlike other premium sets where they contain 5 of each set. So yeah, you can see there are 10 cars, 5 at the bottom, 5 at the top. All of it are different. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pull up one by one, and we'll put it on the mat first, then I'll show it one by one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull everything up and let the box not be on the screen for now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it down, and then I'll show each card individually on screen, so you can maybe skip a bit of the part of the video for now, as I am getting the cars outside of the box. So there are 10 interesting cars. Some of them are new, some of them are not. But yeah, quite interesting to see it. Some returns, some new castings, which I am really anticipated when it comes to new castings. So let's start off with this new, not entirely new, but still 1 out of 10. So this is the 1970 Dodge Charger RT. This is basically Dominic Toretto's famously known Dodge Charger RT in the movie The Fast and the Furious, as you can clearly tell. And I believe this is my third Dodge Charger from Hot Wheels. Now I know Mattel likes to replicate a lot of these. They release a lot of them throughout the whole year of Fast and Furious released in the Hot Wheels premium lines and whatnot. 5 packs as well, famously known for that. But yeah, this is the Dodge Charger RT. Not to waste much time on that, so that there. Number 2 out of 10, we have the Honda S2000, or people like to say the Honda S2K. And this is basically the pink version, not the metallic black version. So this is the pink that is in Too Fast, Too Furious. So basically Fast and Furious 2, as you can clearly tell. And this is number 2 out of 10. So we are following the flow of the movies. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to inform to you that the Dodge Charger RT and the S2000 are actually re-released castings from previous generations. And here we have a new casting, which is the Mazda RX-8 from the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift movie. If you might have remembered, this car actually drifted in one of the scenes in the movie. You can check the scenes out. I will be putting it in the video when I put the cars on the turntable later on. So this is number 3 out of 10, and like I want to mention right now, this is actually a new casting for 2023, and yeah, nice to see this car in the Fast and Furious lineup. Next up, we have the 69 Camaro. This is not a new casting or anything, just that first time we've seen it in a Fast and Furious lineup, surprisingly. I'm not sure what type of scene this came out of, but this is from Fast and Furious. That means we're in Fast and Furious 4, I believe. And this is the 69 Camaro, and yeah, bright red, surprisingly, and not a new casting, but still pretty nice to see. Next up, we have a JDM legend. We have the 1971 Nissan Skyline HT 2000 GT-R, also known as the Hakosuka, however you want to say it. And yes, this is a Japanese legendary car, 2000 GT-R, that means the Hakosuka, one of the popular cars amongst Hot Wheels fans. And yes, this is from the Fast 5. And by the way, this is actually more to a new casting, or should I say a retool, not a new casting very much, as they only retooled the front end of the car, which I'll show you later on the turntable. Next up, we have number 6 out of 10, a returning legend. We have the 2009 Nissan GT-R, or the GT-R R35, not the R34, but then the R35. We got the R34 from the Series 2 lineup, where you get the Brian O'Connor's Nissan GT-R R34. But in this version, we got the R35 from the Fast and Furious 6, which is pretty interesting. Number 6 out of 10, this is not a new casting or anything. This is actually a return of a casting. So really nice to see that. And quite a nice return here. We have the Bugatti Veyron, not a new casting, but still we've previously seen it in more to like a racing series, by the way, I think previously in that black and orange paint scheme, where it came in like a set of 5 cars where it had a Bugatti Chiron in it. And now we finally got it from the Fast and Furious lineup, and this is, by the way, from the Fast and Furious 7. So yeah, pretty interesting to see it. Metallic white, pretty clean and very nice. We'll see it on the turntable later on. And next up, one of my favorites, obviously the 2015 Mercedes-Benz AMG GT. Now, this is, well, the 3rd time it actually released in Hot Wheels mainline or Hot Wheels Premium. This is actually the 3rd time this specific livery, or I'd say design, came out in Hot Wheels. This is the 3rd time with an inclusion of the rear lights, which I'm gonna show on later on. So yeah, pretty cool. This is from the Fate and the Furious, and basically this is from Fast and Furious 8, so love to see that. And moving on, Fast and Furious 9, F9, the Fast Saga. We have the 2017 Acura NSX in metallic silver. Love to see that. This is not a new casting or anything, a returning one, but still overall pretty nice to see. Lovely casting, very cool. And yeah, 9 out of 10. So last car in this mix is the Datsun 240Z Custom. So this is from Fast X, a newly introduced movie that came out a few months ago. And yes, Fast X, that means Fast and Furious 10, which also means number 10 out of 10 from the Fast and Furious movie. So yeah, overall that's all the 10 cars. So first off, we will be starting off with the Dodge Charger that I showed you at the start of the video. So let's go ahead and open this one up. So I'll be showcasing one by one on the screen right now. So here it is, the Dodge Charger that was driven by Dominic Toretto in the Fast and Furious movie, where in Fast and Furious 1 basically is mainly known for the drag race between Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor in the Toyota Supra and the Dodge Charger. Now this is pretty nice to see in metallic black, and overall it is very, very cool to see. And yeah, overall it seems pretty nice. You have the whole overall details of the car, as you can clearly tell. I won't be showing a close-up really. I'm just gonna close up on the base of the car, as I won't waste too much time, as we have another 9 more cars to review. But other than that, this car is pretty nice, metallic black. It has the chrome metallic 5-spoke wheels, which are common to see. The back wheels are bigger than the front wheels, as you can clearly tell. And yeah, metallic, chrome metallic in the interior over there. Not too tinted windows, I would say. You have the inclusion of some rear lights at the back, which is pretty interesting. I don't really see the headlights though, so I'm questioning about that. But then you do have the details of the rear lights, as you can clearly tell. And you have the engine popping out from the hood, that's for sure, as you can clearly tell. So you have the metallic chrome bits at the front and the back, which is pretty cool. Moving on to the base. So the base is plastic in black. 1970 Dodge Charger, 2010-2020 Mattel, and made in Malaysia. So next up we have the Honda S2000. As you can see, this car is in metallic pink, which I do really like. It's pretty nice. So overall it does have its specific color scheme on the car for the side doors and the hood. Overall pretty nice, pretty similar to what is in the movie. And I love the set of rims as well, as you can tell. So you have the details such as the headlights and rear lights as well. You have a gray interior and less tinted windshield, which is pretty cool, pretty nice. Overall, love the headlight and rear light details that they've done, as these cars are basically highly detailed as well. They are more to the premium line, so the price will definitely be more to its standards of the car itself, how the quality is, even though it doesn't have a metal base and it it doesn't have the rubber tires, but still they have to do the headlight and rear light details as well. So yeah, enough of the S2000 but for now, but I forgot to show the base. So here's the base, metallic black, made in Malaysia, S2000, 2010 Mattel. So yeah, that's the Honda S2000. Moving on to our next car. We have a new casting here, which yeah, many JDM fans were hyped about this car, basically in the whole Hot Wheels community and whatnot, which is the Mazda RX-8. So here it is. This is actually from the Fast and Furious 3. If I'm not mistaken, it's from yeah, Tokyo Drift. So it was from the drifting scene in one of the cutscenes, I believe. So this car, well, Mattel just decided to release this casting as there were no moldings for this car before, so they had to do it from the ground up. So basically they had to design it, they have to do everything just to release this casting. and you can probably tell that many people liked this casting when they first announced it, including someone, which is my mom, that actually owns the actual RX-8. So she's like, she wanted to buy another one, so I actually have two. So this one's what I have, which has the 10-spoke chrome rims, where basically you can clearly tell here that it is plastic silver rims. What my mom has is basically the unriveted version, where it has the 5-spoke matte metallic rims, if I'm not mistaken, rubber tires, as you can clearly tell. Maybe some of you have seen my Instagram post where I actually posted about this car and basically talking more into this car. And yes, that one, I actually got it early as I bought the unriveted version. So yeah, that is about that car. So we'll move on to this car. So I'm gonna just tell you about the whole car. So this is in more to like a metallic light blue, I would say, more to light bluish sky blue, I think. Not too much to the sky blue, more to like sea blue, I guess, sort of something like that. So it does have some stripes on the hood as well, some dark blue stripes, as you can clearly tell. You have the awesome headlight and rear light details as well on this car, which I do really like. So the front half of the car basically is in that metallic blue, whereas the other half is basically a faded black color, as you can tell. It's more like blackish brown, I would say. It's not totally black, because I've checked through like a spotlight and I kind of saw a bit of brown into the color. So yeah, it's more to like blackish brown, I would say, which is not too bad. It does have a big metal spoiler, in case you're wondering. Yes, it is metallic metal actually. So yeah, good to see that. It does have a big diffuser at the back as well, which is pretty nice. They did a pretty good job on this casting. Basically, many people love it, including my mom, because she needed one of these. So yeah, Matchbox is also releasing a a Matchbox RX-8, basically the stock version, but this one is obviously Nila's RX-8 in the Tokyo Drift. So yeah, some big changes over there. And overall, they kind of did a pretty good job. But yeah, let's take a look at the base of it as well here. So yeah, made in Malaysia, 2022 Mattel, 2004 Mazda RX-8. But yeah, overall Mattel did a pretty good job on this casting. Hopefully we get to see more type of liveries like this. Maybe not more to Fast and Furious as well. Maybe like make it more diverse in mainline as well. Maybe do it in a Mad Mike style drift racing body kit, something like that. Maybe do a racing livery, something like that, so that more people that will collect it in mainline will basically collect more of these, instead of maybe something like RX-7s, let's say Toyota Supras, something like that. Make more of a change into mainlines, add more to these type of cars, you know. So yeah, that's the Mazda RX-8. Let's move on to the next car on the list. So this car is pretty surprising to me, as I didn't expect it to be in the movie. 1969 Camaro, which is in metallic red, bright red here. So yeah, this is the 1969 Camaro, which is quite surprising to me, as I've never seen this casting. I mean, I've seen this casting in Hot Wheels before, but then the car itself in the movie, that's the questionable part, as this is actually from the Fast and Furious, so that means this is from Fast 4, I would say. But then the car is not really noticeable in the movie, even though it's more to a underrated car, I would say. So this car has two big stripes from the hood to the back, not covering the whole back end of the car. Basically, it's up till the boot of the car, basically, you can clearly tell. So you do have the rear lights and the headlights, which are kind of cool. You have the number 1 on the side of the door, as well as the one on the hood, which is pretty nice. Metallic chrome gold rims, 5 spokes, more to like star shapes, which overall seems pretty good. Has a black interior as well. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the RX-8 also has a black interior just now. I forgot to mention that. But yeah, this car also has a black interior, which is kind of cool. Big wheels at the back and smaller wheels at the front. You even have some headlight details, which I didn't expect from this car, on the front, which is pretty nice. But yeah, let's take a look at the base. So made in Malaysia, 1969 Camaro, 2007 Mattel. I'd like you guys to leave a comment down below whether you remember this car from Fast and Furious 7 or not, Fast and Furious 4 or not, as I believe many people don't really remember where this car was from. So yeah, leave a comment down leave a comment down below whether you remember this car or not. But yeah, overall quite a nice car, not gonna lie. More to a racy type of look, but yeah, also quite classic-y as well. So we're moving on to number 5 out of 10. This is a JDM fan favorite to all people in Hot Wheels. Basically, we have the Nissan Skyline 2000 GT-R Hakosuka. So yes, this is a big fan favorite to all people in the Hot Wheels community, as it's pretty wild just to find these type of cars. Last this car was introduced was back in the Nissan 5-pack, where it was in metallic purple. So we've seen this car before in a previous Hot Wheels premium line before, but it didn't have the front end like this newer version. So this newer version basically replaces the front end with the original stock front end, which it had back in the movie, which the previous one actually didn't have the normal front end, which is pretty surprising to me, as they didn't really do it as accurate to the movie, just like in this one, where they actually replaced the front end to make it a replica towards the movie, which is just crazy to me. So yeah, they did a pretty good job with the front grille and front headlights. They did a pretty good job, but other than that, they didn't really change much with the car. It still looks the same, just that the front end is remolded, and well, they had to remold the whole casting as well, so it makes it a retool as well. So you have blacked out 10-spoke rims, which are pretty nice. You have colored windshield border, I would say, which is pretty nice. Even the back also. The back window is also colored. So you have some silvery bits, including the silver interior, which is pretty nice. You even have the rear lights, which is pretty cool. You have the rear lip as well on the back. But yeah, let's take a look at the base. So plastic black base. 1971 Nissan Skyline Hakosuka 2000 GT-R, 2022 Mattel, and made in Malaysia. Now I'd like to say good luck to people that are going to find this Hakosuka, because I'm 100% sure this is gonna be a pretty hard one to find in stores, as the prices here in Malaysia have skyrocketed for this car and a few more cars which I'm gonna showcase after this, which include the Nissan GT-R and also the Bugatti Veyron. So yeah, that is all for the Hakosuka. Now let's move on to the sixth car, which is also a good one, surprisingly. Another Nissan, but this time it is the 2009 Nissan GT-R, R35 also actually. So they actually use the older GT-R, which this is actually the first time it's in my hands. I've never gotten the older GT-Rs before. So yeah, I want to comment about this car. Back in the older days, this is actually the older GT-R compared to the newer one we got back a few years ago. We had it in orange and also like, I don't know, a green and black livery, I guess. But this one is more to the older generation of GT-Rs, where, to be honest, in my opinion, the older GT-Rs look kind of flat. If you look closely at the front, they kind of look flat, to be honest. Like the front grille and headlights, you can clearly tell it's like smushed down, to be honest. Yeah, it kind of is sort of smushed down. But yeah, overall it's in metallic black, very nice. You have the rear light details and also the plastic front headlights. You have the 5-spoke black rims, and overall seems pretty clean. Really do like it. You have even a gray interior, which is kind of cool. But yeah, overall, other than that, this car, yeah, it's not too bad, honestly. It I don't know why they choose the older design of the car, like not the newer ones. But I think it matches more into this version of the car, especially when it comes to the older GT-R in the movie, so they had to replicate it and do it something like this. But overall, not too much complaints from me, but still overall pretty nice. Yeah, I forgot to mention it even has the hood pins on the hood as well. So for the base, it is plastic and gray. 2009 Nissan GT-R, 2000, what is that? 2008, 2013 Mattel, and I believe made in Malaysia as well. But yeah, overall it is such a sick car. Love to see it. It's a pretty nice return to Fast and Furious, especially those who wants to collect this car. They can go ahead and get it, especially when this casting hasn't been released for such a long time by now. But yeah, that's the Nissan GT-R. Let's move on for now to another awesome car that we haven't seen in quite a while, which is the Bugatti Veyron. Well, yeah, I forgot to mention that GT-R was actually from the Fast and Furious 5. Is it 5? No, 6. Sorry. It was from Fast and Furious 6 that was driving with, I believe, a Dodge Challenger in the movie. A black Dodge Challenger. So here we have the Bugatti Veyron from the Fast and Furious 7, which actually was, the car was in Dubai, which is quite a nice car to look at. With the scene, it properly fits it, as well. Hypercars in Dubai, you can clearly tell they are top end, especially when it comes to the Lycan Hypersport. the Bugatti Veyrons and also the Bugatti Veyrons. But yeah, here we have the Bugatti Veyron in white, metallic white, which honestly looks pretty cool. So you have the front headlights and also rear light details, which I do really like. You even have the horseshoe grille details as well. I believe this is my first time having a Bugatti Veyron, as I've never gotten the previous Veyrons before. And besides, to be honest, the older Veyrons, like for example the blue and white paint tone back in early 2000s, they look pretty ugly, to be honest. Like, finally Hot Wheels has done something good to basically retool and at the same time make the Veyron better in many ways, as the previous ones back in the early days when it was first debuted was pretty ugly, not gonna lie. I know it's gonna create controversy, but still it is not looking really good of a car, not gonna lie. When it first launched, it was quite bad, honestly. Even other diecast brands did pretty good with the car, but not Hot Wheels, especially when they replaced the headlights with metallic front headlights instead of clear plastic headlights, at least. Oh yeah, this car also has a black interior, and yeah, overall it's not too bad. The horseshoe badge is also colored, which is kind of cool. You even have the Bugatti logo at the back, as well as the exhaust tip. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, similar to the Mazda RX-8, it also has chrome silver 10-spoke rims, which are indeed very nice. So yeah, black base for this one. Bugatti Veyron, made in Malaysia, 2022 metal. And I just want to mention, this car is actually the one and only hypercar in this mix, as we have mostly sports cars and supercars in this mix. But yeah, overall the Bugatti Veyron is a solid good tier, to be honest. So next up we have one of my favorites, the Mercedes-Benz AMG GT 2015. So like I said early on in the video, this is the third time it released actually. The first time this car released was back in when they released it in matte gray, where it was in mainline, I believe. The mainline series, which is pretty okay, to be honest. They kind of did well on the casting, just that they didn't include the rear lights as well. And the fact that they've done it in matte gray doesn't really suit the car much. And another thing is, this car is actually has a problem with this color tone. The original car in the movie doesn't really have this color tone used inside the movie, where the AMG GT in that movie, in the production movie of the Fastandfurious 8, it doesn't really have this color actually. It actually had a brighter metallic gray, which is yeah, I believe they chose the wrong color for that one, but still, it is still acceptable to me. So here it is, the AMG GT. Overall not too bad. I forgot what are these rims called, but still they are in black, which is not too bad. Similar to the first and second time that it released. And yes, as you can clearly tell, you have two small black stripes on the hood towards the back of the car, which is pretty nice. You have the headlight details as well as the grille and the Mercedes logo details on the front and the back, where you have the rear lights and the Mercedes logo, which is pretty nice. So yeah, let's take a look at the base of this car. So yeah, Mercedes-Benz AMG GT 2016, is it 2016 model and made in Malaysia. But yeah, overall, not too bad of a car. Pretty nice. I do really like it. And I don't know whether this is one of my favorite cars in this mix. Not entirely sure yet. You'll know once I've reached the end of the video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So yeah, that's the AMG GT Fast and Furious 7. Hey, I mean Fast and Furious 8, sorry. Next up we have something from Fast and Furious 9, which is the 2017 Acura NSX. So this car is also seen in the movie as well, actually, Fast and Furious 9 Fast Saga. Overall, not too bad of a car. Metallic silver. So the color for the AMG GT is actually meant to be this color, where it's actually like more to a bright gray, I would say, where it should be used for the AMG GT, which they didn't do it. So yeah, this is the Acura NSX, where it has the headlight details as well as the grille details, which I do really like. You even have the Acura logo on the front and the back, which is pretty cool. I do love the rear light details as well for this one, which is pretty cool. Something that what you would see on a car culture car. You even have the same set of rims similar to the AMG GT, and you even have a grey interior for this one, which is pretty nice. Moving on to the base of the car, we have 2017 Acura NSX, made in Malaysia, 2015 model. So last but certainly not least, we have something from Fast X, which is the Datsun 240Z Custom. So, well, I forgot to mention at the start of the video, I believe, this is actually also a new casting, which is kind of like a retool. So, like what I said just now, this is a custom, so that means it is custom. You wanna know what's the custom part? This casting has originally been released before without the tiny bit of the engine popping out from the hood. That's basically the only change they've done. But I think the wide body is also quite a change, I think. Which is actually not too bad as well. I mean, the car is pretty fine, at least. So this is also seen in the Fast X movie, in the more to like the drag racing scene between all four cars, where Dominic Toretto is also there. So yeah, this was one of the cars which flipped over and caught on fire actually. Same thing goes, I believe, to the AMG GT as well. It certainly, well, got smushed, I believe. The AMG GT got like smushed in the movie, which kind of crashed the whole car basically. Same thing happened to this Datsun. Even though it flipped on its roof, it's still pretty good of a car, not gonna lie. I mean, I didn't expect a Datsun to be in that movie, surprisingly, the Fast Saga, but still. I would expect something from this mix to be sort of kind of like Hans, the Alfa Romeo, I believe. Like I was expecting that, but instead they've thrown in this car, which is not too bad actually. Still pretty nice overall. Has the 10-spoke rims, black interior. You do have the rear light detail. I don't think you have headlight details, do you? Okay, maybe you do have a bit, but still not too much. You have some black bits as well. You have the rear lights and some more plastic yellow bits as well. But yeah, let's move on to the base. So Datsun 240Z Custom, made in Malaysia to 2022 Mattel. So yeah, that's actually already the last car in this whole mix tree. Now yeah, surely people want to know which one is actually my favorite amongst all of the cars in this 10 mix car of cars basically. So I'm gonna pick this tree, which I'll also see your opinions down in the comments. I want you all to also give up your opinions on which is your favorite car in this whole mix and which of the cars that you want to buy, hopefully in stores like Walmart or maybe something you would see in basically your local stores, maybe in the US, UK, or maybe Germany, somewhere there. And yeah, leave the comments down below as well. So my favorite cars in this mix, basically all of the cars are pretty nice, but my 3 favorite cars in this list would be AMG GT 2015 AMG GT, the let's see, the Hakosuka GT 2000 GT, and the new casting, which is the Mazda RX-8. So yeah, those are the 3 favorite lineups I'm gonna put in the middle for now. So overall, these are the 3 cars in this whole mix, which are basically highlights of the whole mix as well, to be honest. Now the reason I didn't take the Veyron is because I still think there are a bit of lack of details that I just realized on the side. If you look clearly at the horseshoe, like I mean the curve right here, I believe they missed something on the side, or is it just me? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they could do something else with that. GT-R, you already know why I didn't choose that. It looks flat. Like, let me show you up this on the screen. Look, I know many people like this casting, many people don't, but then it's not that I hate this casting. It does still resemble the R35, but still, when you look at it from the front and from the side seems normal. The back also seems pretty normal. When you look at it from the front, it looks like a, I don't know, an angry, I don't know what it is, an angry animal of some sort. But yeah, overall, all of the cars in this case are pretty good. Dodge Charger, happy to see that come back again. The S2000, not too bad. The Camaro, very nice. GT-R, also great return. Bugatti Veyron, we love to see it. The Acura NSX, also a pretty nice return as well. The Datsun 240Z Custom, well, not too bad of a casting. I mean, it's also such a popular casting amongst fans, but still pretty nice to see that as well here. The GT-R 2000 Hakosuka, that's also a very nice car, but then hard to find in stores, surely 100%, as it will be such a hard JDM car. Obviously, it's more to a JDM favorite. AMG GT, I'm not entirely sure whether this is gonna be in stores or not, but still overall it is gonna be a nice car to collect as well. And last but not least, the Mazda RX-8, which is a new casting, like I said early on in the video, and well, it will be replacing more 2 RX-7s and basically S2000s and something like the Toyota Supras and R34s. in stores, as this will be the next JDM topic of Hot Wheels communities. But yeah, there you go. That is my review, my whole review of this whole mixed 3 list. Overall, not too bad of a lineup. That is the reason why I bought the whole box, as all of the cars in this mix are fantastic, and I wish Mattel would make more magnificent cars like this and not throwing any more cars like in the previous one. But yeah, there you go. That is my review of all 10 cars. But once again, I'd like to say thank you guys for watching. See my other videos. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below which ones are your favorite. And once again, thank you guys for watching.